The Niger Delta region is a paradox that lies in the very heart of Nigeria. For a region blessed with so much oil wealth, it is plagued sadly by poverty, environmental ruin, and unending unrest. For decades, the land that fuels the nation's economy has been left to suffer, leading to a period of chaos and frustration. This was a land of protest and struggle, a place where agitation for justice echoed from every creek and every community, and still echoes till today. In the late 1990s, the turmoil reached a boiling point, with a rise in youth militancy and persistent demands for a share of the oil wealth. It wasn't until the chaos, unrest, and agitation reached its climax that Nigeria sought a new approach. The aim was to move past failed efforts like the Oil Mineral Producing Areas Development Commission, (OMPADEC), and establish a more powerful, lasting solution. This effort culminated in the year 2000 with the creation of the Niger Delta Development Commission, the NDDC. It wasn't supposed to be a mere government agency or just an agency as usual. It was an ambitious turning point, a promise of a new beginning for the region, and a beacon of hope for a long-suffering people. The NDDC was created to address the serious issues in the Niger Delta region, which has suffered from several years of neglect. To ensure that this mission is effective, the Commission has a governing board. This board includes the executive chairman, a managing director, the representatives from each of the 9 member states in the Niger Delta. The Nigerian president appoints the chairman and members of the commission, and the Senate is mandated by law to confirm them, ensuring a wide-ranging national effort to tackle the region's problems. The board is responsible for continuing this important work. However, the commission has faced challenges, serious challenges, including frequent changes in leadership and internal disputes, which have made it hard to maintain a consistent long-term plan. The NDDC has a big task ahead. It aims to create and carry out a detailed plan for change in the region. However, from the very beginning, the NDDC's mandate was grand, a comprehensive blueprint for change. The plan is so beautiful on paper. It was created to prepare and implement a master plan for the region's development, a roadmap that would guide everything from building roads to providing electricity. The master plan of the Niger Delta Development Commission is so beautiful on paper. Its operations were designed to touch every aspect of life in the region. The Commission is expected to directly award contracts to build schools, hospitals, and bridges, intervening where state and local governments had failed. It would run skills acquisition programs for the youth and scholarship schemes to develop human capital, a vital step towards curbing militancy and fostering economic independence. It was also charged with the critical task of tackling the severe environmental damage from decades of oil exploration, advising the federal government on cleanup and protection. The NDDC was meant to help the Niger Delta and show the government's commitment to the region, a region that Nigeria has benefited so much from. However, this promise has faded over time. The area now shows many signs of this failure, with many unfinished and abandoned projects littered everywhere in the region. A recent audit report revealed that more than 13,000 projects awarded by the NDDC are waiting to be completed in the Niger Delta region. This number highlights a sad cycle of broken promises to the people. You can find roads that suddenly stop, empty buildings that were supposed to be hospitals, and schools that were never finished, even though lots and lots of money have been sunk into them. The most alarming aspect of the NDDC's failure is that they are not just abstract problems. They have real and devastating human consequences on everyday life. When a project is abandoned, it affects actual communities. For instance, a promised hospital remains unbuilt, forcing pregnant women to travel long distances on dangerous roads to nearby hospitals. Some of the nearby hospitals are located several kilometers away from where the rural people are residents. Schools that were supposed to be constructed leave children learning in makeshift classrooms, and water projects that have failed leave families depending on unsafe water sources. The psychological impact of these broken promises is immense, eroding trust in the government and fostering a sense of hopelessness. However, there is a glimmer of hope. In recent years, calls for radical reforms have emerged, demanding greater financial autonomy, public audit of contracts, and a new approach that prioritizes community involvement in the selection and execution of projects, if only these would be adhered to. Some experts propose alternative development models, suggesting that a larger portion of oil revenue should go directly to local communities, bypassing the central government bureaucracy that has been the NDDC's undoing for years. The ongoing debate over these solutions reflects a delicate balance between hope and reality. While the optimism for a new way forward is strong, it is tempered by the skepticism born by decades of disappointment. The way forward must be different from the past, but the path to the way forward is far from clear. Because the thing is, this pervasive failure is rooted in a culture of deep-seated corruption and a shocking lack of accountability. The NDDC has faced many investigations for issues like contract racketeering and financial mismanagement. One investigation found that an interim management committee allegedly misused over 81.5 billion naira. The NDDC is often seen as a way to gain political favor, leading to contracts being given to political allies or unqualified companies instead of qualified contractors. Despite these serious findings and several national inquiries, only a few officials have been held accountable. This lack of accountability has increased the people's distrust in the Niger Delta region, who now view the NDDC not as a solution, but as a sign of the corruption it was supposed to eliminate. This raises profound question. After all the audits, investigations, and promises, is there still hope for the NDDC? Was it merely a brilliant yet overly ambitious idea by the government, one that was destined to fail in a system rife with corruption? Or can it still be reformed to genuinely serve the people of the Niger Delta? The hopes of an entire region hang in the balance. The story of the NDDC is ongoing, and we want to hear your voice. What do you believe is the way forward for the NDDC? What do you believe is the way forward for the Niger Delta as a region? Should the NDDC be completely restructured, or should it be scrapped entirely? Share your thoughts and be a part of this vital conversation in the comments section below. Many thanks for watching this edition of Back in History, and do remember to subscribe to the channel or follow the page for regular notification on every new video. I am your friend and host, Ekemini Udim, wishing you the best of time in all you do.